first ever cosplay was in 2015. I actually started cosplaying as like a hobby in 2020.
My first cosplay was actually 2016. It's actually been almost a decade since I started cosplaying.
I started cosplaying in 2021. I was doing it because my friends were doing it and it looked fun.
I wanted to include my interest in my hobbies more. I wanted to interlace them more.
Cosplaying is a creative outlet many use to share what they love with others.
Because you never know like who likes the same stuff that you do. Mm-hmm. So when you get to, sometimes you get to take photos or you make friends. And that's pretty much the biggest reason why I come here.
Cosplay gives you that like essentially convenient excuse to be like, well, yeah, I get to like get dolled up and stuff for fun.
I love feeling pretty and getting all dressed up and putting on a wig.
My favorite part of cosplay is being able to pretend I'm someone I'm not. I get to be cool princess girl instead of a college student, because that's kind of boring.
What's your favorite part?
He likes the attention and all of the pets.
Many cosplayers use cosplay as a way to express themselves and be able to craft or create things.
This I made all myself. I think you get to have like a unique take on it. First of all, you kind of like that pride of joy and being like, oh, I made this myself. But also you can have a bit of like a stylistic choice with it. It's nice because you have creative freedom.
I love how everyone puts a creative spin on their cosplays.
There's so many different ways to make a costume.
Cosplayers often come together at conventions.
Everybody here is just as nerdy and weird as you, and it's celebrated, so.
As much as I love conventions, there is a bit of a weird side of them. I think most people are respectful, very kind, and it's a very inviting community. Except, however, unfortunately, like in the everyday world, there's always going to be strange people who seem to invite themselves in.
You get a lot of creeps when you're dressed up as their favorite anime characters.
And they don't necessarily ask for consent when it comes to photos, especially cosplays that might be more like adult suited. And honestly, people just need to learn more respect for people, because even if it's a costume, there's still a person behind it.
Cosplay has been around for a long time, but in recent years has gained more popularity due to social media.
Cosplay becoming more mainstream is a really bittersweet thing for me. I'm really happy that more people are getting into this hobby because it's really cool and really fun and a really good way to express yourself. But at the same time, it feels weird.
I feel like people are doing it because it's a trend.
I mean, on TikTok, you can fall down like an endless rabbit hole of people cosplaying and really get into character.
Seeing people who like used to make fun of people like me get into anime and cosplay like they weren't like being a bully about it 5 years ago.
That could be harmful to the people who love doing this as a hobby, as a passion, and it could be harmful to see people that make fun of stuff like that doing it just because it's popular.
Despite the many issues with cosplay, it allows people to connect and be themselves.
Just wandering around in a crowd of nerds, like, just doing your stuff you think is cool, just unrepentantly, and, you know, it's important to do that.
Everybody needs a community, somewhere to fit in, to feel like they belong, and just be able to be themselves. I feel like every person has something in them that they want to be able to like act out, but not be judged for it. So, I mean, I would say we all have a little bit of a theater kid in us, but really it's just for us to have fun. You know, it's very much carefree. You're allowed to just be you, even if you're still being a character. And it helps to separate from like in the outside world where, you know, things aren't always the greatest.